Here we go. Hi! Call the ships to Davenport 23 minutes late. I'm sorry about that. Just all my space equipment decided to update at the last minute, and we hit some cosmic debris, and we hit like 18 black holes, and it was just an issue. I'm gonna do a little bit of space calibration here. Finally got it going. We may be a little reverby today, but that's okay, because you sometimes got to improv here in the cosmic void, as I like to say. My guest today, I am very excited about. I'm excited about all my guests, as you know, but this person is a cosmic font of creativity, to say nothing of being a personal friend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Lex himself, Alice of Pill Brigade. What is up, buddy?
How's it going? Hello. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. Welcome to space. I know this is not your first time out here in the black, but I do appreciate you making some time. So what's going on, man?
They don't tell you. Just waking up out in space, you know?
Awesome. Since we're doing a little bit of an improv set here, let me pot you up just a bit. And, I'm really excited about this because not only have we become pretty fast friends in the last few years, dare I say close friends, but I don't know that much. What's that?
I said, yeah. I mean, that's accurate. I'm in the room you slept in at one time, so. I say we're pretty good friends.
We did Mopop that one time. That was great.
Joe.
What's that?
I said, and then we watched some G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you don't get more bonded than watching G.I. Joe and Ninja Turtles.
It's very true.
However, despite all the yo-joing in the world, I don't know what I'm calling your superhero origin story. Tell me about kind of how Pill Brigade came to be a thing, and why Pill Brigade?
So Pill Brigade, I thought it sounded cool. Like the name existed before the project. And then it was about 2002, 2003 is kind of when it first started, what eventually became Pill Brigade, and it just was like, oh, I'll use this, and it was just kind of messing around with, first trying to just put together electronic stuff, and it was just basically stuff I'd do just sitting around in my apartment bored, and it kind of sat like that for a few years, and, oh, hi, Roach.
Oh, hey, Space Cat.
We have cats.
Awesome.
Yeah, you want to be the center of attention, huh?
That is definitely a cat.
So it like I put out I think I burned like 30 copies of this kind of weird instrumental stuff, and it was just kind of like, and then it kind of fell by the wayside, and it was when I was living down in another pass, Arizona in like 2005, 2006. I kind of got like really back into the whole industrial scene and was just like, wow, like there's a bunch of cool shit going on I had no idea about. And through that kind of start, I don't know, trying to do something in that vein. And it was about after moving back in the end of 2006 to like I kind of really started focusing, and it January of 2007 did my first live show, and
Nice.
It's been going from there. So it's been a pretty long run, and we've done some cool stuff.
Yeah,
It's one of those I wouldn't have expected this to be the musical endeavor that really actually did something, but
Yeah, well, I mean, don't sell yourself short, man. You seem to have a new live show like every 6 seconds. You're like a maniac, man. So, big space hats off to you for your not only getting these gigs, which I know often doesn't happen by itself, but Pill Brigade Live is a spectacle. For those of you joining us, hi Karen. What you if you've not seen Pill Brigade Live, you incorporate a lot of really awesome, just kind of maniacal stage props and all sorts of what's the word I'm looking for? Chaos on stage. Where is that coming from?
Like there's always kind of been the live, like as far as the props and such, and like over the years it's kind of like it's funny because there's been two spray painted heads there.
We caught a little bit of cosmic radiation there. Could you repeat yourself, please?
Like the props and stuff have been around from the beginning because I was doing it just by myself, so I wanted it to look interesting. And
right, okay.
And so there's always that kind of that visual aspect, and then it just kind of has evolved and grown throughout the years too. Like it's and then like with the whole incorporating the metal that we hit with other pieces of metal, that's kind of this came about because my synth player Nate was just like, so I want a piece of pipe and I'm gonna hit it with a wrench, and it was like, yeah, okay, let's try that. And then,
that's awesome.
We got him a piece of pipe, and he started hitting it with a wrench, and then it kind of became, well, I want to hit something too, and then new guy is he actually finally just got his clanky clanky piece, so it was just that kind of like Babyland. We're big fans of Babyland,
yeah,
and so to kind of incorporate that kind of junk punk type stuff,
I love it.
Like why not?
It's
and then it adds to I guess the chaos on stage, because it's like, okay, you got all these mannequin heads, and what the hell is that? That's a piece of sheet metal, and what is that, pipe?
It's a cross between insane synthesized music and the one slot weapon on any first person shooter, like where. Nice. I'm glad you got that reference, because musically, I know you refer to yourself as electro shit, but I would say like there's such a punk rock aesthetic, but there's a little bit of a blast beat thing going on sometimes. You are you've got this wonderful rock and roll scream, with a few releases out now on Tiger Squawk Records.
Tiger Squawk.
Woo! Science fiction in the house. What's up, Psy? Speaking of Tiger Squawk.
Yeah.
So, where I would be hard pressed to name anybody that really sounds me at you. I mean, there's flavors of Angel Spit and Caustic and the aforementioned Babyland. Um, Maybe a little bit of like a Ministry blast beat, but that's just me spitballing. Do you draw influence from anything I've mentioned, or none of it, or does this exist wholly inside your skull?
Angel Spit, like Angel Spit for sure.
Nice.
Caustic, Love Finale.
Word.
He's like early on was has been supportive and tried to help me along where he can and just all around just a good dude as you know.
Yeah.
But definitely definitely a lot of Caustic influence.
Cool.
I remember when I played you that one song and it revs up and in the first 3 seconds you're like, oh, Caustic, nice. That's Terminal Crazy on Wasteland Madness out on Tiger Squawk
dig it on
Records.
Wasteland Madness.
Check it out.
Nice. Well, speaking of Mad Max, I think the first time you sort of came into my orbit, you opened up with a track about Bartertown, of all things. And I went, okay, this dude is definitely on my wavelength. Because, and I know for those of us just joining us, Pill Brigade is heavily cinematically influenced. I know your latest offering was sort of a Mad Max basis, but you've incorporated a lot of movie themes and stuff into your music. Do you just how to say this? What kind of drives you to be like, all right, that needs to be a song? Like if you see like Day of the Year Stood Still or something like that, do you go, all right?
Yeah, it's basically just watching, maybe just watching something and just a certain scene or maybe a certain line just will just stick in it, just like that right there. Like okay, I guess as far as the whole movie, writing songs influenced by movies and such. I guess that's all. That's the Misfits right there. It's favorite band, and that's something that they do a lot of, and it's that I definitely say that's an influence as far as well, why do you write all these songs about movies? Well, the Misfits did it, and
okay,
I
had not made that Return of the Fly connection. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah. But it's funny, Bartertown, and I can remember how that came about is it was okay, let's make a stupid club song. And we were sitting around and I think we were watching Beyond Thunderdome just to throw it on and made the beat, and then that was actually one of the collaborations with Nate. Lyrically, he just would kind of start writing and then I took that and it's okay, well this works, and then you rearrange that, and so it was just kind of we basically just kind of sat around and was just we should write a song about Bartertown. Okay, let's write a song about Bartertown.
I dig it. You had something of an early hit though in the Seattle area with that track "Sex and Violence," though, yeah.
Oh, the Exploited cover. Yeah, that was and that was really I did that like that's been around since the beginning of Pill Brigade when I first started doing the live show, and that
Yeah.
I all owe to Jason at SMP because he did a cover of Agent Orange and TSOL, and I was just like, cool, like punk rock but done industrial. I was like, I
Yeah.
could do that, and then it was just kind of sex and violence just kind of seemed to be the logical choice.
Nice. I dig it.
But
I
yeah,
dig it.
that's always that's a fun one.
Nice, man. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm flashing back in my mind to that initial show, and you guys just killing it, and then busting out an exploited cover. I'm like, what is happening here? All right, like, hope you guys like that because it's Gospel and Angel Spit next. Like, it's another hour of that. So, speaking of movies, I think this is going to be a movie track. You have a single in the works for Trixie.
Yes,
All right, tell me about
it's
Trixie
kind
and the single.
of Trixie is it's named for the toxin in the movie The Crazies, and
Nice.
so that's kind of where the she's in the water line from,
Ah.
and then it kind of built around that, and then yeah, it just kind of had the music, and it kind of just became this own thing that kind of just crawled its way out, and
Hmm.
but we went and we recorded that and another song, which oh my god, movie, but we went and recorded with my friend uh, Larkin, who built a studio in his house, and I mean it's like real deal, legit, studio. Like he
Nice.
put some time into this, and I mean it's just awesome. And he's the one I've worked with for a long time, like a lot of recordings. We're done with him in his little
Okay.
studio in his apartment. So been a friend, and so we went down there, and we were able to in the middle and such, and it's just, I mean, he just made it sound just huge. So we're
Yeah.
very excited to unleash that.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
Cause
yeah, it'll be two tracks. It'll be Trixie and a song called 2049, and it'll be available limited 100 edition at the Mechanismus Fest coming up here in was that end of June?
yes. Awesome.
Yep. So that's where we'll be dropping that.
Well, speaking of mechanismus, let's make this because you're instrumental in bringing this up. Let's make this the announcement for the thing we're doing with Tiger Squawk. You will have a track on this, and it's awesome. You want to
Oh
look for
yeah.
you want to look for this bearded wonder if you're going to be at the Mechanismus Festival. I'm not going to be there, but as a Seattle resident, Alex will be handing out free copies of a limited run physical sampler. New Bitman, new Pill Brigade, new Gothsicles, amazing science fiction. Isserly, the whole insanity tribe we've built up. Alex will have a limited run of our first physical Tiger Squad run. So check that out at Seattle's Mechanismus Festival. That's gonna be good. I got all the tracks, and we're gonna work that out. So will Trixie be out by then too?
No, we're gonna. Wait, yeah, by the fest, yeah, we'll have that.
All right.
So
All right. Cool.
we'll be a bit of a 1-2 on that Tiger Squawk.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be. It's going to be a Pill Brigade of releases. So, want to circle back to live shows because you always seem to get them. What do we have coming up for you in live show world, my friend?
Let's see. We got a couple. Let's see. On April 13th, we'll be at the Plaid Pig in Tacoma. It's going to be us and I believe Riot Legion and there.
Riot Legion?
Bunch of other bands, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know them.
So that's Tacoma, April 13th, Plaid Pig.
Cool.
The following weekend, we're going to be playing at Vortex Music and Movies in Kirkland, and it's just a record store, super cool owner. I mean, I've been throwing shows. You know, he lets me throw shows there, and been doing it for a number of years now, and just like really big supporter of local and live music, and just all around cool dude, and just has this store that you can just get lost in.
Oh man, I haven't been in one of those in a long time. That sounds amazing.
And then speaking of Mechanismus, then May 8th, Mechanismus, we will be joining Dissector and Dawn of Ashes at the High Line. So
nice.
Mark your calendars for that one. That's gonna be a slamming good time.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a haunted house. Nice. So Tacoma, Kirkland, Seattle. You will want to be on the lookout for the illustrious Pill Brigade. No, I'm excited. Trixie singles is going to be great. You want to go to, is it pillbrigade.bandcamp.com for Wasteland Madness. I am partial to your Gothsicles cover. I can't lie. But we got to do that last year at Mechanismus Festival. So
oh, yeah, that was such a blast. Like,
thanks again for that, and for playing in the Gothsicles. At your first show, didn't somebody tell you that they thought that we've been playing together for years?
Yep.
That was cool.
Like,
man.
well,
that was cool. So
yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I mean, you're so good live. I have to thank you here on Space Couch for being such an amazing Gothsicle and a member of Tiger Squawk and stuff. Before I forget, you'd mentioned you thought Pill Brigade was a cool name, but is it a reference to anything?
No.
Right.
It was just.
It doesn't have to be.
It is literally just a phrase that popped in my head, and
awesome.
It was like, thought it sounded cool, and it was just like, file that away for whatever,
right?
And then it just it kind of seemed to just stick with this one thing. It was just
they do that, don't they?
Cool.
Awesome.
Because I'll get asked that, a lot, and it's just like, I just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah.
I've legit had people like pull me aside, at shows, and just like, hey, bro, so you're the Pill Brigade. I'm like, no. Like, I maybe got some talent for it, but not my kind of Pill Brigade, bro.
Word. Okay. Yeah. People ask me what the Gothsicles means, and I was like, I thought it sounded funny in college. So, yeah.
Right?
I feel you on that. Well, thank you for answering that question, because much like G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Speaking of G.I. Joe, I know you and I and a couple people in the ye olde industrial scene share a love of action figures. Um, I was. What's that?
What? Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's just our space connection is like I think now that Mars is or Mercury is
Garbled.
no longer in retrograde, it's throwing off our signal. Um, but the have you made any acquisitions, or is there a fandom like universe of guys that you're super excited about right now?
Let's see. Well, with Endgame coming out, I know there'll at least be, hopefully a couple new Rocket Raccoon figures.
Yeah,
So.
because you are the Rocket Raccoon guy.
I am. Love
Nice,
Rocket.
man. After I mean, Alex and I live on other sides of the country. Well, I'm in space now, but when I'm on the Earth, I'm in Boston, and but we still had to like kibitz about that the Avengers Infinity War movie, and
yeah.
man, I was so happy when Rocket made it at the end of that movie. I was like, Alex is not gonna have it if
yeah.
if Rocket doesn't make it out.
Yeah, that would have been I could just picture that, be like, what's with the big bearded guy just losing his shit over a raccoon? Just.
I mean, Spider-Man Gold was like that was like a critical hit, but oh man, Rocket would have
Right.
been.
No, Rocket just would have just destroyed me, just like, full on Vader, just no.
Well, he's full on in on Iron Man's shoulder in the trailer, so I think we might get some good Rocket action. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
I was so excited for the just the movie itself, and considered the action figure Fallout.
Right.
I'm not hopeful that this will be where we finally see Moon Knight, but you never know. That might get crazy.
Fingers crossed.
Worlds might collide.
Yeah.
Big ups to Seraphim Shock. What's up, John? Rock stars all over the place. Yeah, that'll be great. We'll see. You haven't seen Up, have you? Or not Up, Us. That's hilarious. Same movie.
I've seen Up. I have not seen Us.
Us is great, but like half the cast of Black Panther is in it, so you're like, one of these guys gonna bust out like future karate, but I hope at some point in the distant year 3000, some family accidentally watches Us, thinking it's Up, like.
That'd be a bit of a shock.
Oh, they were violent in the year 2019. These kids movies. It's a movie that involves kids, but I wouldn't say it's a kids. But it's great. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Cause you and Jim Simonic of Red Locust and Corey of Volt 9000 need to like do action figure tours of your homes. Like it was pretty awesome to walk through Chateau Brigade and be like, oh my God, you have this. Like they're everywhere. It's amazing. And the other thing that I wanted to get into a little bit because you hit something of a big three for me, which is action figures, industrial music, and then you do have a small menagerie in your home. We got to see the cat earlier today. Could you tell me what your current pet count is?
Current pet count. We are at 6. So we got 3 cats, 2 dogs, and a tarantula.
Awesome. I love it. Do the cats and dogs get along okay? Okay.
Hi.
Spike?
Say hi, Roach.
Roach.
This is Roach.
Hi, Roach.
Say hi. Say hi. You're on space.
Who's a good kitty? Big ups to
Right.
Bobby Bailey of Type Trauma in the house. We got a squawk stock going on.
Hell yeah, Tiger Squawk.
That's cool, man. So you had a bunch of great like wrestling action figures and like monster themed car Matchbox stuff, but we really struck off on your beautiful collection of 80s action figures, and then watched that Turtles movie and the GI Joe thing. That Turtles movie where they made Batman you showed me looks dope as fuck. Like, I'm really excited about that.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't wait to pick it up.
Like it's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. White Cube in the house. What's going on, Ryan? You're drawing all the rock stars today, man. Okay. So let's get into it. I, with my infinite space powers, have just granted you the power to resurrect like an old 80s cartoon on Netflix or Amazon Prime or something. What might that be? And do you have any ideas as to who could like star in it, like voice wise?
I'm gonna go with Silverhawks.
Nice. Very strong.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like if they did the what was that, 2002, they did that Masters of the Universe reboot.
Yeah.
And I think it was 2012 they did the Thundercats, reboot in that similar style. Like if we could get like a Silverhawks in that, the same kind of style, like that'd be
good.
tight. And then I'd want the only one I know I want the voice was the boss guy. What was his name?
Goldar.
Not the main bad dude, but the guy with the golden eye.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Gold was like his thing, though, right?
I'd want him to be voiced by what's his name? Played J. Jonah Jameson in the
J.K. Simmons.
McGuire. Yes, I'd want him to be voiced like, I could just like be, with him sitting there at the desk, just like, go get these guys.
Yes. I'm
then,
excited. Ryan of White Cube says JC and the Wheeled Warriors. Very strong, my friend. I need this J.K. Simmons Gold Star. I think that was that character's name. The internet will correct me if I'm wrong, and please do, internet.
Yeah.
That's real good. I used the in the Gossicles classic 9 Dudes Freaking Out, the Monstar transformation is. Yeah, and I always thought that was such a crazy thing as a kid, where like the villain shoots lasers out of his elbows. It's like
right?
It's always fists, fingers, occasionally eyes, every now and then a chest beam, but
no,
elbow beam, and like throwing bows, and we we get any number of guys to be uh, the Silverhawks themselves. Um, you have the
Oh, I know who I'd want. Okay, so the twins. What was that? The Steel Will.
Steel Will and
I'd
Steel
want
Heart.
him to be voiced by
Iron Will.
the Iron Will. I'd want him to be voiced by Kevin Conroy because he kind of has that, that
Batman.
that
Yeah.
feel to it. Like I think but like in that kind of Bruce Wayne style. I think that'd be fitting.
Very strong. That's good. I think he's still around. The guy that did all the sound effects for the Police Academy movies, I think could pull off Copper Kid because he was a mime.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he just
Yeah.
I can't do it, but like, all right, this is Netflix. We will allow you to use
There you
these
go. That
ideas
one's on us.
pending royalties. If you're listening, because I know you are, because we have the mighty Pill Brigade on the Runaway Hit Space Couch. Yeah, JC and the Wheeled Warriors would be great. Pitfall cartoon. I don't know that they made a cartoon out of Pitfall. Holy crap, that's blowing my mind. It's about a guy that has to
Wow.
jump on just the alligator mouth. Because if you go into the actual alligator, like anything past the snout, you die. But the very tip of the alligator mouth, you're fine.
Yep.
Yeah, if the team that could do the DreamWorks team that did that amazing Voltron cartoon on Netflix, or I think are the same people that did She-Ra, but don't quote me on that. Either of those would be amazing. And then we get into like live action movie. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be J.K. Simmons is that guy in the live action movie too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we'll get a cameo from J.K. Rowling, and it'll be all the J.K.s, and so what are you working on? I want to smash cut back to music real quick. Anything that you're thinking about that we might get let's say a Pill Brigade song doesn't exist for this yet, but any hints you could give us as to what cinematically or otherwise we might be looking at in the future?
There's a new one that we've been playing here and there live, and it's kind of drawing inspiration from the Reavers from Firefly and Serenity.
Yes.
So for all you brown coats out there,
hell yeah, dude.
There's that one. There's one I also in the works that we've been we'll probably be debuting that one in a couple weeks in Tacoma, and I found inspiration in from the story of Dorian Gray.
Okay.
So diving into some classic literature.
Getting classic up in here.
Yeah.
Cerebral Pill Brigade. When do we get that Kraken track?
That's also in the pipe. That'll probably be coming out here sometime this year as well.
Okay.
So.
All right. Sorry if that was a spoiler for those of you playing at home. There's this awesome Pill Brigade song that I've gotten to hear a few times, but it has yet to be released. Speaking of things I've gotten to hear, I've been dinged on this, rightly so, in past episodes of Space Couch for interviewing myself, but I want to bring this up because it's relevant. Because I I was going to. I proposed to my girlfriend, now fiance, last week, and I was like all nervous and shit. And then the phone rings, which I never get a phone call, and it's Alex, who just happened to be playing the cover of Squid Face. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening right now, but like this is amazing. So like it kind of like reset me, and like I don't know, it was so crazy. It's like, well,
Oh, that's awesome.
let's
Yeah,
make this
that
night.
was just.
Let's just do it now.
That's
Like
awesome.
my parents had called earlier in the night. Were like, I get like one phone call a month, and then I got like two, and it was like, okay, now we're on Planet X. Let's just go for it. So,
That's great.
thank
Congratulations,
you
by
for
the way,
that.
to you both.
Um, so, do you ever get up to Canada? Like, I know you're in Seattle. You're not like that far away.
No.
All right, you
It's,
should, man. It's cool.
that's what I hear. I mean, it's just a matter of actually, doing the passport thing and whatnot. But I mean,
Yeah.
like I've been told, one, just in general, you should go up to Canada because it's cool. But then also, I've had people say like, you need to go up to Canada and play. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, like Tiger Squawk's own Club Ovator and Sex Death Religion are right there in Victoria.
Okay, yeah.
Might be a cool thing to check out.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're such a staple of that wonderful Seattle scene. Like Seattle's really got it going on, man. Like that when Heidi and I, we both our bands played Mechanismus Festival, the last one, obviously, and then you and yours and mine went all to that awesome Mopop Museum, which was like,
Yeah.
okay, we both just played the dopest music festival like ever, and then there happened to be, speaking of Marvel movies, a
Yep.
that installation where they had
The Marvel.
What's that?
Yeah, the Marvel exhibit. That was crazy.
That was cool,
good.
and they had the original, like that first appearance of Spider-Man, the iconic, like he's holding the guy,
Yep.
by his belt, and you and I are both like, we gotta be huge macho dudes, and like don't. But it was so weirdly emotional.
Don't cry.
Don't cry. Like
It's so beautiful.
It was so awesome. To say nothing of the Star Trek exhibit, which I know you'd seen before, and like the horror.
No, actually, I hadn't seen the Star Trek one.
Oh, okay.
That was cool.
I'd actually seen it,
double
like,
whammy.
Did like the actual Deep Space Nine model, like hanging from the ceiling, like, fuck.
Yeah.
So awesome. And then it was like, all right, let's go see Leather Strip headline tonight, like, or whoever it was. But,
Right.
Yeah, that was. So big ups to Ollie if you are in that area. He's been doing Mechanismus for, I guess, 11 years now, and
love Ollie.
Look for Alex for the Tiger Squawk physical comp that I haven't named yet. Let me know if you have any ideas. Bobby, Cy, if you have anything you want to call it, we'll think of something. I may just go with physical sampler 1 because that's how we roll. But how did you come to play with your wonderful live band? I love those guys.
Let's see. The first live member that I had was my drummer Bert, and he's just always been a go-to. Like if I'm doing something and it needs drums, it's just been like, hey dude, you want to play drums on this? And he's just like, I do.
Nice.
So, and then Nate was involved like from the beginning as well, but he was playing more of a behind the scenes role. Like he would run lights for us live, like behind don't don't look at the man behind the curtain kind of setup, and doing a lot of the recording, and eventually he was just kind of like, so I mean, I have all these, I have these synthesizers, so it's like, great, you should, play them. And then it's like, that's great. So you gonna play? And he's just like, yeah.
Awesome.
And then so those have been like the longest running, but then we've kind of, there was a number of years where we kind of operated on a, kind of that pig face rotating lineup. Yeah. We've, had the pleasure of Galen, who, just got done drumming for Lords of Acid now.
That
he's
Galen?
Played with us.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that Galen. He was back in the day. He was always coming up being like, I want to play drums for you, bro. I want to play drums for you. It's like, okay, we'll make that happen. And so he's been in the rotation. We had our friend Ray, who would occasionally like serve as a DJ and like run the tracks, but would mix in samples and whatnot too. And and then it kind of solidified the current lineup we have with Nate on the synthesizers, myself, and then a new guy doing the other vocals. That was just, he happened to come out on a road trip with us just to hang out, and we played in Portland like the night, one night, and he was, watching. And then we played this camp out festival, and he was just kind of like, hey, like, I know, like, most, like, all of your songs. He's just like, what do you think about me jumping up and, kind of, doing, like, a hype man thing? And it was just kind of like, yeah. And
nice,
so
man.
then we've been stuck with them ever since, so.
He's awesome. I love it.
4 years ago, still the new guy. But I mean, it's really worked out, and the dynamics, like, it's, I don't know, I guess it's kind of the first time it really felt like a band, like a band as opposed to just kind of my own thing, where it's like, well, yeah, you play with me too, but it's and it's just kind of it's it's cool how it kind of gave it that new fire, and now it's like can do different things, and yet still be basically what we've always been.
No, that I get it. That's cool, man. I really love that idea that you can stay true to your core while sort of expanding out. I also want to acknowledge Sai's suggestion of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Squawk as a comp name. Very strong.
Yeah, that's.
I think you might have just done it, buddy.
Yeah. Congrats.
With all your 8 Gwillion live shows, I think we're coming in on the home stretch. Are there any tour war stories you could share? I know I just kind of sprang that on you, but or is it always like, just a
we haven't really had any of that, like horror stories or anything terrible.
That's good.
It's all like it's always it's like, well, no, things have always.
That's amazing. Like
nothing like terrible has happened. Like, okay, like maybe I don't know. It's like, oh, okay, maybe we went on super late or something, but it's just like, we haven't had anything, disastrous happen, maybe couldn't hear everything on stage or something, but I mean, nothing.
I mean, aside
Nothing that's
from
just like, oh my god.
my spaceship here totally deciding to update every piece of software ever right before where you're scheduled to go on, which I apologize for. That lateness was 100% on this guy, that guy being me. No, that's awesome. Like on that 2015 Angel Spit tour, people are like, "Hey, are you guys like trashing your hotel room every night?" We're like, "No, we're three very quiet men who show up on time and check their phones and go to sleep."
Right?
It was the best tour I've ever been on. Uh, what's up, Tiffany? Um, so, are there any? Let's get into industrial nerdery a little bit. Are there any plugins you're excited about right now? Because you're primarily on Fruity Loops, or what's your dog
Yeah.
choice these days?
Yeah.
Okay.
The old Fruity Loops.
No, it's good. It's good. I dig it. What tricks are you looking at? Like anything you're excited about in music world right now?
Um, Crap, man. Like, I know that like there's a bunch of stuff like that people are like, this is really cool and such, and it's like, it's always that I'm that, like, oh yeah, maybe I'll check that out eventually, and then forget about it, and then eventually, check out. But mostly a lot of iOS
Oh, nice.
apps like that. Like for the iPad, there's been one that's um, what is it? Oxy,
Okay.
AUXY, and I've been kind of using that as like a sketch pad, and
Awesome.
because it operates in that kind of that launch pad type setting where it's like you could punch up the loops, but you can go in and edit and like make your own loops. So it's
Okay.
like but that's
AUXY.
been
I will
nice for
check that
just.
out. That sounds.
But it's cool just to just sketch out ideas and like actually that's Trixie was written on it, so
Okay.
it's that's the one that I've been getting the most mileage out of.
Awesome. 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 Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So, let's bring it on home. First of all, you'll want to check out J.K. Simmons and Kevin Conroy in the upcoming Silverhawks reboot, um, brought to you by Pill Brigade. Um, I'll just put it out there. Maybe if they run across some spastic. Oh, you know who I could do? I'm gonna volunteer myself for the voice of Zeke the Beak on Silverhawks, and yeah,
We can't lose.
can't lose, can't lose. Uh, all right, we got Psy. I'm gonna put you in for the that dope villain whose eyes like were a slot machine. Like the,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I forget his name, but he was cool. Um, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. You know what? I don't think we even need Netflix. We'll just film this ourselves, and
Yeah.
I just realized that the word squawk is right in there, so like we could do that. We could
Right.
just do it. Silver squawk. Silver squawk.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we gotta change the names of the characters just a little bit. So like there's like Fool's
Yeah.
Gold, and yeah, there's like the aluminum guy, and yeah, it'll be, there's like Tin Knocker is one, and I have a bluegrass action figure, but that would be like you know Zydeco Man or some. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Silver Squawk is going to be great.
Oh
But a
yeah.
distant
Looking forward
second
to it.
to the upcoming Trixie single. Please check out Wasteland Madness, available right now. A lot of stuff is available right now. Coming up will be let's just call it Crouching Tiger, Hidden Squawk. Available at the Mechanism.
I like it.
Festival.
I like
Look for
it.
Alex. And we got a recommendation for Oxy. You want to check them out in Tacoma, Kirkland, and was it Seattle at the Highline?
Yeah.
I mean, go to the Highline anyway because it's delicious, and you know, you might run into a very very dapper bearded man playing Street Fighter 2. So that's our thing. That's our thing. All right, I'm gonna I gotta go stop off at the nearest air base to sort of refuel the air supply here on my space couch. But dude, it's been great. If you are ever
thanks for having me.
No problem. If you're ever out in space, look me up. If you are ever in Boston, that's where I keep all my stuff. So I'll fly down and we'll work it out there. So I am going to punch the outro now. They can still hear us over the outro, so if there's any burning burning questions you have. Thank you to Roach for appearing. We are always pet friendly here on Space Couch. And all right, so we're still on. My tradition is to eat cheese after couch. So.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right. Space Couch for Pill Brigade. Saying call the ships to Davin.